Hi, my name is Josh Kay. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I actually moved here a couple of years ago, and I play music. I write music, I sing. I'm involved in the community that I live in, and I've always had a passion for music because as a kid growing up, I could turn on music, I could put a CD in the CD player. I could trust that my small CD collection would say what I needed to hear, and that I could agree with that someone else knew how I felt. And I got to know how just the power of that, just that I wasn't alone, and that kind of that really shaped me. And I wanted to actually learn how to write songs for myself. I wanted to tell my story too. It really helped me through some tough times. I went on tour for a couple of years, played in a few different bands, and was writing songs, and I was on that musical journey, and then I started to realize that it wasn't fulfilling me, and I wasn't happy. I was becoming a little bit self-centered and kind of focused on myself, and writing music wasn't really fulfilling once I started realizing that. And so I didn't really know what to do. So I put my guitar down for a while, and I started a journey. I wanted to find out what made me happy, what it was originally that made me happy about writing music. After a while, I had heard about some stuff going on in Milwaukee, what a church was doing, Transformation City Church, and living among those, the marginalized, those who are poor, and those who live in violent neighborhoods. And so I moved up here, not ready to do any of that kind of stuff, and but I just got connected into the church, and I started playing guitar again. I ended up being on the worship team, and an opportunity came up where I could move into a rehabbed home in the inner city. And so I had seen how when I had stepped out in faith into some area that was maybe broken or tough, or just a place that I was unfamiliar with, that's uncomfortable, that when I put myself intentionally in those places with like a heart set on helping, that I always grow from it. Like there's growth there, and I wanted growth more than comfort, and that's a hard choice. But that's what I did so I moved into a rehabbed home with an organization called Inhabit, and made a 2-year commitment. I started writing songs from a place rather of just my feelings, but of real stories, real events, people that I knew, things that were happening in the world. I needed to put into words my faith and my belief that this isn't the final say, that there's hope. And I started writing in my bedroom just by myself. I started writing these songs. And so as I started sharing these songs, I started just realizing how these songs are so much bigger than me. People started wanting to be involved with it, and as I got to know them, I got to realize that how powerful their story is. And so I invited them to, put their voice into this project, and I've just been amazed to see how different people have taken these songs to new places, and really being able to tell them in their own way and add it into this bigger story. This isn't just my story, but this is my community's story. We're recording this EP under the name Passionlands. Right now we're a group of 6 friends who met each other and started playing music together through worship. And now here we are. We have this amazing opportunity to record a 5-song EP with Jonathan Steingard from Hawk Nelson. Will Sales is an awesome drummer. He wants to be on the project. We have someone who's going to compose string arrangements and come in and do that. I've been working real hard for a few years, and I have $4,000 saved up. We need another $6,000 to do this. It's almost surreal seeing how everything has been falling into place. It's just become something so big. I'm blown away by it, but I'm not surprised. I keep stepping out in faith, and I know that this is what God is doing and God is leading. And so I know He's going to provide, and I'm making this video to invite you to be a part in that. If you would pray and consider if this is something that God is leading you to be a part in. If there's money that you can donate, that's amazing. Even a couple dollars goes a long way. So if you feel led to give to this project, thank you so much. We have different ways of saying thank you on the side of the screen here, and we have things like Skype calls, signed EPs, handwritten letters. I even have some of my own personal notebook paper where I wrote the original lyrics for the songs, and so that's pretty awesome. You can write and record a song with me, so there's a bunch of different kind of things on there. If you don't have money, if you can, whatever you can do, pray for us, tweet, Facebook, share this. Anything you can do to spread the word will help so much. I know that music does transcend divisions between people or barriers. It calms, it lifts people up. It doesn't see differences that we see, differences that really don't exist in the first place. Our goal with recording these songs is not just to have them here in Milwaukee anymore. We feel like the message and the heart and the things that have happened here that God has worked in, that there is a story, and that story points to His story, and we really feel that these songs are serving a bigger purpose, and we want other people to hear that, other people to find the hope in these songs, because we know our situation and the things that happen here in our community, that they happen all over the world. So we're really just trying to give a voice to those feelings, a voice to these situations, and say that despite them, that God is still in control, that He still loves us, that there is hope.